The way to become better with women and become more attractive as a man is not so much about doing a lot of different things. It's more about not doing the unattractive things you are doing. Process of elimination is the key to mastery, and it's not always going to be about finding that new interesting technique or new interesting shiny thing that you want to start doing because you think it's a cheat code or it's going to take you to where you want to go. I promise you guys, number one way of becoming more attractive is you have to first analyze what are the things you're doing right now that are unattractive. And in this video, I'll be telling you what are those things. Number one, your nonverbal behavior. This is the easiest one. This is the most obvious to me. If your nonverbals are bad, then nothing else matters too much. You're only as good as your nonverbals. And the reason being is that your nonverbals show your true self. So for example, if you're talking to a girl and you're breaking eye contact, you're talking really fast, you're coming off nervous, these signs show the girl that you don't think you're capable of handling her. You don't find yourself that attractive, and you're showing her your insecurities. This is extremely unattractive, and the girls are extremely intuitive. This is part of their biological defense mechanism. This is what allows them to find and mate with the correct guy, and not mate with some bozo that in the past, if they made it with this really low value guy, this guy won't be able to protect her, protect the kid, have resources, etc., etc. Nowadays, maybe the guy does have money, maybe he has resources, maybe he can protect the kid, but the girl's brain hasn't really changed too much from now and thousands of years ago. Like, men and women were kind of the same, and a lot of attraction just comes from evolutionary psychology. So, to get back to what I'm saying, without drifting too much into this tangent, because that's a whole separate video, but to get back to what I'm saying, is nonverbal behaviors show the girl your value. So if I can talk to the girl and look at her in the eyes, I'm not shaking, I'm not fidgeting, I'm smiling, moving my hands, they're moving. My tonality is not going up, I'm not speaking way too crazy fast. If I can do these things and I have open body language and all this stuff, the girl, by default, will be more attracted to me than she will be attracted to the guy who's not doing these things. Because your nonverbals are something you cannot lie about. You can say you're a cool guy. You can say these interesting lines you're finding on ChatGPT. But you can't act like the cool guy unless you are the cool guy. And that's why AI, ChatGPT, even watching videos, it's not the solution to getting better with women. This is why, even though if you go on YouTube and you look up dating advice, there's millions of people who watch this, but there's not millions of guys who got this shit handled. So really, it's a very interesting concept, but that's the nonverbals, okay? So your nonverbals have to do with your body language, the way your face is expressing. Actually, very interesting point I got to make here, which is a lot of guys think their body language and their nonverbals are okay, and then as a result, they brush past this point and they want to go to the next point, but they're not okay. Promise you, I've had so many clients, and no one has blown me out of the water with their amazing communication. And even if I had some good guys with good communication, a lot of them, the guys who were good, they were just YouTubers or sales guys, and as a result, that's why they became good. But most guys are just not amazing at this by default. And if they were, they'd be good with women. You wouldn't be here if you were good with your communication, most likely. So anyways, how do you get better? Talk to a camera, analyze yourself, try again. Talk to a camera, find what you're bad at, exaggerate that sticking point, do it again. Every day. Boom, just gave you massive value here. Are you going to do it? We'll see. I hope you do. That is the first point. Okay? So remember, it's not about what you're doing, it's about what you're not doing. So it's not so much that you have to have a crazy deep voice or you have to have the coolest smile ever. It's more about just not doing these nervous little fucking tics that most people do. Just take out the nervous tics. Take out the ugly behaviors you have. That is step number one. Now that's nonverbals. Now let's move on to a different concept regarding what not to do to become more attractive. Saying unattractive things. So now that we've talked about the nonverbals, let's talk about the verbals. Saying unattractive things. For example, I'm going to list some, and I know you guys do this, and that's why this is going to be very interesting for a lot of you. Self-deprecating humor is a no. Okay? Self-deprecating humor, there's only one exception when you should do this with a girl. And that exception, and there's two exceptions. One exception as to when you can do self-deprecating humor is when she's already your girlfriend, she already loves you, you guys are fucking, everything's cool. Cool. Great. By all means, if you want to be a clown, be a clown. It's not going to be a big deal, honestly. That's one exception. The other exception is the only time you can really do self-deprecating humor is if you're being so obviously humorous and you're not bad at the thing you're making fun of yourself with. For example, let's say I'm talking to a girl and she's saying something like, oh yeah, you seem like you, something like, imagine I talk to a girl and I said something like, and she says something like, something along the lines of, seems like you date a lot, or I feel like you've been on a date recently, or blah, 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 date, right? Self-deprecating humor here that can work because I'm not making fun of myself is something like, oh, me? No, this is my first date. I don't date too much. I'm inexperienced. Something like this, right? So I'm obviously kidding, and as a result, it's funny and it's cool, and that's fine. Or talking about how, I don't know, I'm just, my mind is blanking right now as for examples. But in other words, you can do self-deprecating humor if you're actually humorous about it. When you can't do it is, let's say you're fat and you're making fun of yourself for being fat. That right there is self-deprecating humor, but you are serious about it. You are actually fat, right? So when guys make fun of themselves, you may think it's cool and stuff because you've seen it on sitcoms and you think it's this funny thing, and sure, it is kind of funny, but it's not sexy. It is not high value. It is not high value, okay? And if we're making a video about like what not to do, this is just one thing you should not do. You just don't do this. Don't do self-deprecating humor. Don't put yourself down. Don't make fun of yourself, basically. That's another point. I wanted to bring that one up because it's, a lot of people don't know about this. They don't think about this. All right, here's another thing to not do verbally. Another thing to not do verbally is to pedestalize the girl. Amazing. That one is so big. So for example, saying you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, can I please take you out? Whatever, anything stupid like this. Guys, I have a girlfriend. She's very attractive. She lives in a very populated area, so she gets approached frequently. We're talking like, I remember one time I'm at home with her and I wanted her to go get some groceries or something, so she goes to the grocery place, which is like a few blocks away from my spot. And dude, she literally gets approached like 4 times in an hour, which is crazy. And like, she goes back and yeah, she tells me this kind of stuff, and it's fun. It's a fun thing to talk about with her because I see a lot of insights from her, right? She tells me this data that, like, you know, without having a girlfriend, it's very hard to get this data. Without having a very attractive girlfriend, right? So basically, one thing she tells me is, well, she tells me how guys open and how guys talk to her, and guys are just, most of the time, they're fucking super over pedestalizing. They talk about how beautiful she is, how sexy she is, how amazing her body is, how oh my god, you're so gorgeous, like, can I get your number? Like, they're just fucking drooling all over. disgusting. It's gross. It's gross, man. And if I went up to my girl like a fucking dog and I'm just drooling all over her, it wouldn't have went anywhere. No matter how fucking attractive I am, no matter how fucking sexy I can be, it's not about that shit. It's about the energy. And this drooling energy, this over pedestalizing energy that you guys do is so disgusting, and girls hate it. Girls fucking hate it. I love talking about this because it's so big. So anyways, it's something my girl always tells me. It's how guys are just fucking pedestalizing it. And when she has went on dates in the past, same problem. Guys just fucking drool all over her. There wasn't a single guy who wasn't super drooling on her but me. Literally. She told me I was the only guy on the first date who did not make her feel weird and uncomfortable from how much I was into her or not. In fact, on our first date, bro, I was teasing her, being funny, being chill, being normal, not pedestalizing at all. And as a result, she was fucking attracted to me because she was like, damn, like, this guy isn't obsessed with me for my looks. Right? And guys, this is a big deal, okay? So pedestalizing women, especially over their looks, is gross. Don't do it. It's verbal negativity. Don't do that, okay? Third verbal thing not to do. This one's pretty cool. I just thought of it because I said it. I just said it. Negativity. No more negativity, okay? This one's obvious, I think. But this is something that no one likes. No one. You know who likes the negativity? Negative people. You know who you're going to attract with negativity? Negativity. That is so true. So, guys, being negative and complaining is so fucking annoying. Men will not like you for it. Women will not like you for it. A high-value guy will especially not like you for it. And a hot woman will especially not like you for it. In fact, they might start being negative themselves, and they might use you as like a miserable guy to be miserable with, but they're not going to view you like the fucking man, because the fucking man has no time to complain. Real men have no time to complain. So I know there's this cliche of guys who are like out drinking, complaining about their wives, complaining about their life and shit. This is like a cliche concept, but guys, these aren't real men. Real men don't complain. We don't have time to complain. We're also too positive, too grateful to complain. Real men assess situations, handle them. Very simple. Or assess situations, accept them. That's it though. No time for complaining. Complaining is pointless. Pointless as fuck. So anyways, complaining is so annoying, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's so annoying. The moment you complain around me, I'm just like, alright bro, you suck. You suck. What I will typically do is like try to reframe the person into thinking more positively. But if they don't budge, then fuck this guy or person. I'm not hanging out with this person. And trust me, this is how hot women think. They hang out with you and you're being all fucking complainy, bitchy, negative. Bro, they don't want that energy. No complaining at all. Zero. That is the third verbal thing to avoid, right? So no complaining, no pedestalizing, no self-deprecating humor. 3 things to avoid verbally. And non-verbally, you avoid the nervous tics, right? Speaking fast, upward tonality, breaking eye contact, bad posture. The obvious ones. Tense face, like just talking to her like this the whole time, right? You gotta be like calm, chill, right? These are things to avoid that will make you eventually become more attractive with women. Actually, not eventually, instantly. If you do these things, you will instantly become more attractive. By process of elimination of the negative, there's more positive. Guys, just being a man that has balls between his legs, you are attractive to a woman. You just do a bunch of fucking bullshit that makes her unattracted to you. That's kind of the idea, right? It's like you're clean water, and people will drink your water, but if there's fucking lead because you have a shitty filter. There's like lead, there's like rat poison, there's like shit in your water, and people are not gonna drink your water. So it's not so much about like, oh, I gotta get better water, oh, I gotta get a better geyser or whatever you call them, a better water source to get better water, and then you put it through your filter, and your filter like fucking throws lead and rat shit on it. Doesn't matter what water you have. If you always do the rat shit, it will always taste bad. It will always be bad for you. This is your game. This is you as a human being. This is you as an attractive man, both to men and women and people. Doesn't matter what you have. If you're doing all these negative behaviors, they're all holding you down. It's like a hole in like a tank, and you're trying to fill up water, and you're wondering why you're not getting shit. It's because you're doing the bad shit. So guys, the things I just said in this video, fix them. I wonder what that was. I don't know if you guys heard that. Don't know what that was, but the things that's in this video, fix them. Okay? And obviously, now you might be thinking, okay, now I took out the negative shit. What are the positive things? What do I gotta get better at? Well, bro, I got you. I just launched a group, a Patreon page with hours and hours of exclusive content on dating, mindset, confidence, anything you would like. It is super affordable at this moment. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep it at the current price it is. But if you want to join, click this link in the description. Check it out. Trust me, there's so much value there. And on top of that, I am currently doing Q&As. So you can come and speak with me. And that's it. With all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. Peace out.